Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or a simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is a blog article entitled, What is Self-Worth and How do We Build It? It's from Positive Psychology by Courtney Ackerman. Just as a reminder, we're in June, and the theme for this week, or this month, is Cultivating Self-Love and Self-Worth. We're in week 1, which is the 1st until the 7th, and the theme for this week is Understanding Self-Worth. What is self-worth and how do we build it? Just as a reminder, there is a link in the show notes, and this article has some exercises and worksheets you can also find for free. Key insights. Self-worth is the intrinsic belief in one's own value, independent of external achievements or validation, impacting confidence and emotional health. Distinguishing self-worth from self-esteem is crucial. Self-worth is unconditional, while self-esteem can fluctuate based on success or failure. Rebuilding self-worth involves practicing self-compassion, recognizing inherent value, and challenging negative self-perceptions to enhance overall well-being. Chances are, you've heard the many self-words. There are self-esteem, self-compassion, self-acceptance, self-respect, self-confidence, self-love, self-care, and so on. There are so many words to describe how we feel about ourselves, how we think about ourselves, and how we act towards ourselves. It's understandable if they all start to blend together for you. However, there are indeed different concepts with unique meanings, findings, and purposes. Read on to learn more about what the most vital self-concept of them all is: self-worth. What is the meaning of self-worth and self-value? Self-worth and self-value are related terms that are often used interchangeably. Having a sense of self-worth means you have value yourself, and have a sense of self-value means that you are worthy. The difference between the two are minimal enough that both terms can be described by the general concept. However, we'll provide you with two definitions so you can see where they differ. Self-worth, defined by Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a feeling that you are a good person who deserves to be treated with respect. On the other hand, self-value, more behavioral than emotional, more about how you act towards what you value, including yourself, than how you feel about yourself compared to others. Self-worth versus self-esteem. Certainly, there is not a huge difference between self-worth and self-esteem, especially for those who are not professionals in the field of psychology. In fact, the first definition of self-worth in Merriam's dictionary is simply self-esteem. Similarly, the World Book Dictionary definition of self-esteem is thinking well of oneself, self-respect, while self-worth is defined as a favorable estimate or opinion of oneself, self-esteem. Clearly, many of these terms are used to talk about the same ideas, but for those deeply immersed in these concepts, there is a slight difference. Dr. Christina Hilbert explains. Self-esteem is what we think and feel and believe about ourselves. Self-worth is recognizing I am greater than all those things. It's a deep knowing that I am of value, that I am lovable and necessary to this life, and of incomprehensible worth. Self-worth versus self-confidence. In the same vein, there are more subtle differences between self-worth and self-confidence. Self-worth is not an overall evaluation of yourself, but a feeling of confidence and competence in more specific areas. For example, you could have a high amount of self-worth but low self-confidence when it comes to extreme sports, certain subjects in school, or your ability to speak a new language. It's not necessary to have a high level of self-confidence in your everyday life. There are naturally some things you will not be very good at and others in which you will excel. It's an important thing to have self-confidence in the activities in your life that matter to you and have a high sense of your self-worth overall. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. The article continues, it's much longer, so I suggest you check it out. Welcome back, welcome back. Today's reading clarifies and deepens our understanding of self-worth by understanding it from closely related concepts like self-esteem, self-confidence. While self-esteem often fluctuates with external validation like success, approval, performance, self-worth is steady, internal belief in our inherent value as human beings. It's not comparing ourselves to others or meeting certain standards. It's about knowing we are fundamentally deserving of respect and love simply by existing. This deep sense of inner worth can remain intact even when we fail, struggle, or feel inadequate in specific areas of life. In reparenting work, this distinction is crucial. Many of us were conditioned to believe that we had to earn worth through perfection, obedience, achievement, or taking care of others. This leaves us behind a shaky foundation from where we sense that our value depends, particularly on external feedback. Reparenting offers a new path, one where we affirm to our inner child over and over again, you are worthy because you are, not because of what you do or how you perform. Rebuilding self-worth means turning towards ourselves with compassion and curiosity and care, especially in the moments when we feel the most unworthy of it. As we look at the journal prompts today, number 1, in what situation do I tie my self-worth to performance, appearance, or others' approval? And how does that make me feel when I fall short? Number 2, if I believe I was deeply worthy no matter what, how would I treat myself differently when I make a mistake or feel rejected? And number 3, what messages about my self-worth did I absorb from my childhood? And which ones do I want to rewrite? And what would my new messages be? That's it for today. As always, thanks so much for being here. Take care of yourself and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.